Hey guys, it's Alexis and welcome back to Shelf Life Extension. I've got another video for you today, coming in a little bit early with my last book review of this month, but I read it really quickly, a lot faster than I thought I would, and I kind of want to get this video up so that I can do something else before the end of the month. And so the book that I am reviewing today is The Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. It was published in 2012 by Bloomsbury Books. Comes in at about 406 pages, and I bought it for $10 at Barnes & Noble. So pretty much the story behind this is, it's about this lovely lady. Her name is Selena Sardothian. Sardothian? It could still go either way. But it's about Selena, who is the most renowned assassin in all the land, right? So one day she gets herself captured. Pretty much what you know is like she gets betrayed. So she gets captured and sent to Endovir, which is the salt mines where they send prisoners and stuff like that to do hard labor. So she's there, and one day, lovely Crown Prince Dorian and his captain of the guard, Kyle, come and show up and offer her a deal. Pretty much, they offer act as Dorian's bid for the competition to become the King's Guard, and she'll gain her freedom if she wins, you know? But, of course, if she wins, she has to sign a contract to act as the King's champion, or, you know, the King's little dirty worker, for 4 years of her life, and then she can gain her freedom and do whatever she likes. So, of course, she accepts, because obviously that's better than wasting away in the salt mines. She accepts, and pretty much it's about the story of Selena trying to gain back her sense of self, all the while trying to make sure that she puts herself in a position to win in this competition against everybody else. But lo and behold, some of the competitors start to wind up murdered and like disemboweled in the halls of the castle. Who knows why? So she starts to dig a little bit deeper, tries to figure out what's going on her own, all the while she gets sent on a quest, or more like on a mission to kind of figure it out by a higher power. I don't really want to spoil anything. It's not really spoiling anything, but it kind of is, so I'm not going to say anything more than that. Otherwise, love triangle, you know, with the prince, with the captain of the guard, and her, and it's cute. And otherwise, yeah, that's that. So first of all, I really love this book. I think first, like, the cover. Can we talk about the cover real quick? She is such a badass. Look at her. If I were to get a cool outfit, I'd want her outfit, right? But overall, she herself is a badass. She's an assassin. She's only 18 years old, and she is the most renowned assassin in all of the country, of the, you know, the land, and I think that's awesome. What is also great is like the juxtaposition of her title and her rank among the Assassin League to just her personality. You know, she is very much a girl. She's very much sweet and sly, charming, and cunning when she wants to be, and it just works great with the kind of like really intense rage and bloodlust that she has at times, particularly when she's fighting. I also really love the cast around her. I think they're very well developed. I think Dorian in particular is an interesting character in the fact that obviously he doesn't want to be like his father, who's the king and, you know, an asshole, and he wants to be better and he wants to be more, and that's why it kind of draws him to Selena in a more obviously intimate way, because he sees this girl who's kind of fighting for her life and herself and has these very interesting ideas and ideals when it comes to the world, and you know, he can understand that, and he can see where she's coming from, even though he's still trying to stay behind that line and that barrier in which not to cross so that he doesn't get in trouble with like his father. I also really love Kyle. I like how they all work together, because obviously Dorian's the prince, and then Kyle is the captain of the guard. He's the military man. He does what he's ordered to, and he tries to maintain a sense of composure whenever he's around anyone, but he starts to slip when he's around Selena because he just doesn't understand her. He's just like, how can you, a killing murderer, be so adorable at times, you know, and it really grinds his gears. So I really love the dynamic between all of them. I think it works really well, and although it's like, oh, love triangle, oh, of course, right? It's not like really like they're all actively trying to be with each other, or she's trying to deny herself, both of them. So it's a very uneven triangle. Two are more close than the other, you know, so one kind of looks from the sidelines, and it's kind of sad, but it's really cute. I also really love the writing of the story, like, because what I was saying with the Sword of Fire and Sea, the thing that I didn't like was how much they were describing the world, and like how much they were just kind of like handing you information that sidetracked you from the story. With this book, it does really well to not do that. So it's like you understand, like, you obviously, stuff is different, it's a different world, it's a different lifestyle, it's a different community, different system, but you already know that, so she doesn't hand you unnecessary details. So it makes it really easy for you to get into the mind of the character and really understand what's going on and see from her point of view, because there's not much explaining outside of what is legitimately happening. I think the one downfall that I have for this book is Selena's background. I know with the rest of the books I'll probably find out a lot more, and I'm sure, you know, it's just like, obviously you'll find out later, but as a book on its own, without being part of the series, if this was just its own, which it could be, I would say I wish there was more information about her background. Obviously there's hints and little details that kind of get you to thinking some things, and it's not hard to kind of piece it together, like, shit's going down. But besides that one big detail, I felt like overall she didn't give you much. It was really vague, so you're just kind of like, well, okay, I can understand, but I would just like to know more. So obviously as an assassin, she was raised by a mentor, which means obviously she was orphaned. So like with her parents, the way she was orphaned doesn't really give you much detail, kind of leaves for the imagination to kind of figure it out. But, and again, I'm sure I'll find out later in the series, but as it stands on its own, I would have wished there was a little bit more that I could go off of to kind of understand where she's coming from, so I can understand her a little bit more as a character. So yeah, overall I think it flowed really nicely. It was an easy read. It was easy to dive into the story, understand what was going on instantly, and really get into their mindsets and how they're working and what's going on in the big picture of everything. I thought it had great detail. I thought the overall story is really cool. It's really great. It's a nice, interesting idea. I really like the characters, and I'm really, really looking forward to the next books in the series to see what goes down. So I would probably give this, I would give this like a 4 out of 5. I don't think there's any book I could really give a 5 out of 5, if you know what I'm saying, but I would definitely rate this really high. 4.5 out of 5. I highly recommend this. And it's like, I knew I was gonna love this when I first looked at it on the shelf. I knew I was gonna love it when I brought it home, and I was gonna start reading it. Like, once I got past like the first 20 pages, I was like, oh yeah, I love it already. I think she's totally awesome. I love it. Makes me sad when I try to attempt to get outside of the young adult genre, and so it just doesn't work. So, but otherwise, I highly recommend this book. Read it, enjoy it. I love it, and I am so looking forward to the next in the series. Hey, thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe, please rate, please comment, you know, suggestions, all that good stuff, which I say all the time. Sorry this came out a little bit early, if it was a little shock, but I kind of want to do a tag video, and I kind of want to bring my sister in on it, and I kind of want to make it all Thanksgiving-y, because Thanksgiving is coming up and I'm so excited. Oh, food, stuffing, deliciousness. So yes, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll check you guys out next time. Bye!